Good morning. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to start with Oliver Asks for More. First, let me give a brief introduction to the story. Oliver Asks for More is the story of an orphan boy named Oliver who is brought up in a workhouse. He lives in a world with no love and pity for him. He has to endure harsh living conditions in the workhouse where he is ill treated and starved. When he was chosen for a risky task of asking for more food, he was sent into confinement. Now I'll proceed to the summary of the story. Okay, so let's begin with the summary. The story begins with a description of a workhouse as a building for the poor and homeless. At the time when the story was written, workhouses homed the poor and homeless in inhuman conditions. The inmates were usually the old, the orphans, or disabled, all who could not work in factories and generate income. The living conditions were so miserable that the able bodied, lazy people would rather work instead of living in a workhouse. Now, Oliver was born in a workhouse to a poor young woman who had been picked up from the streets. Oliver's mother died after kissing her newborn baby on his forehead. Oliver was dressed in very old clothes, as he was an orphan in a world which had no love or pity for him. As Oliver was an orphan, Mr. Bumble, an important officer in the town, named him Twist. He used to name orphans in alphabetical order. At the age of 9, Oliver was a pale, thin child who, like other orphans, was underclothed and underfed. They were all fed watery soup thrice a day in a big hall. Each child had a small bowl into which the master served the soup. The children were always hungry, and hence they decided among themselves that one of them would ask for more soup. Oliver, being the youngest and the weakest, was chosen to be the one to ask for more soup. The master, a fat man, turned pale with disbelief at Oliver's strange request. He asked Oliver to repeat his request. When Oliver repeated his request, he hit Oliver with a spoon, caught him, and called for help. Mr. Bumble rushed in. He too was shocked at Oliver's apparent audacity to ask for more food. Oliver was locked up in a dark and cold room, and a notice was put up at the workhouse gate that the one who took in Oliver would get a reward of £5. Oliver was a prisoner for a week. Each morning he was taken out of the dark room to wash. After that he was beaten by Mr. Bumble. Then he was taken to a large hall where the orphans had their soup. He would be again beaten by Mr. Bumble with a stick in front of the other orphans. After all this, he was sent to his prison where he cried during the day and could not sleep at night as he was cold, lonely, and frightened. One day, Mr. Sarberry, the coffin maker for the workhouse residents, was accosted by Mr. Bumble. Mr. Bumble pointed to the £5 reward and asked Mr. Sawberry if he knew someone who wanted a boy to work. Indirectly, he tried to give away Oliver. So, that's the summary of this story. Oliver Asks for More. Now, one thing that I should tell y'all is that this is actually a novel, Oliver Twist, by Charles Dickens. Okay, so that's all for today. And if you all want the character sketches or the title appropriateness, you can comment in the comment section. Okay, so thank you for today.